everybody. Welcome to Feet or Dragons, Episode 3, A City of Mist, 8-episode miniseries. Thank you so much for waiting. Meet us after the break for some Bad House announcements. Feet or Dragons, everybody. Content warnings. Our usual content warnings for the show can be found by the Twitch command, FOFCW. Unfortunately, our commands are a bit fucked on my part, so I apologize for that. But as a reminder, our usual content warnings for the show are Surrealism and Unreality, Capitalism, Fantastical Body Dysmorphia, Romance and Sex, Violence, Cheating, and other dark themes. Please take care of yourself first and foremost. Tips-wise, as a reminder as well, help our relics with $10 or 1,000 bits for a reroll, or $20 or 2,000 bits for a flashback that they can accrue and maintain throughout the series. My name is Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend today. Every time, I suppose. I am a PNG today. It will be funny. Don't worry about it. I am playing Maeve as well as this series MC. I will pass it over to Zoe to introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. If you didn't know, I play Soul, the one that hates Maeve so fucking bad. But enough about Soul, because you're going to hear her probably today. It's me, your favorite person, or something. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying. Brain just got off work. That's life, baby. It's a living. If you love what I do, you'll like what I do everywhere else. Follow me. I'm going to pass it to, I think, Netta.
Yeah.
That's right. That's me. And I also go by Amir, but you can choose both. Like, if you're nasty, no. Like, if you want to, I can just do. You can call me Netta. You can call me Amir. And I use they, them pronouns. And I'm playing Percy, who had a lovely, basically half an episode to herself last time, where I don't think she did anything wrong. I know that's a very cliche thing to say, but, you know, might be, she's not the worst of us. We'll see about that. And her pronouns are she, they, and I'll pass it to Zeffy.
Hello, it's me, Zeffy, and I use she, they pronouns. You can find me like everywhere as Zeffy. I'm very consistent, and I've had that name for a while, so stick to it, right? Anywho, I will be portraying Darby, and she uses she, her pronouns. I'm really excited for this vignette. Pass off.
I'm the only person left. Zeffy, your glasses are really fucking cool. Hi, my name's Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. I'm an award-winning game writer, designer, performer, and friend. You can find me anywhere when we found the internet at Sailor Austin. That's at Sailor SCT Austin. And tonight I am playing Kairos, who I almost forgot the name of, whose pronouns are she, they. Kairos has done many things wrong, but you'll never find out about them, so it doesn't really count.
Amen.
Back to you, host.
All right, a little recap, quick and easy, from episode 2. Percival's period is late, and Maeve accosts her about it for some fucking reason, like an asshole. Zeffy has a fun birthday and gets a new sports car out of it, has no problems receiving gifts from the devil at hand. Soul goes to the Kiss of Eden and gets attacked specifically by headhunters, where we learn that those who are killed that potentially also have murders already cost a prettier penny. Currently, the costs of everyone, if I can find my anything.
I got you.
Oh, do you mind listing off what all of you owe?
Yes, Soul is worth 2.4 million. Kairos is worth 480,000. Darby is worth 6,900,000, and Percy is worth 100. Nope, sorry, number under that. Darby is worth 7,700,000, and Percy is worth 100,000.
What a poor, am I right, fellas?
What a poor.
All right. Well, why don't I would love to get a little bit more comfortable. Would that be all right, everybody? Could I just get a little bit more comfortable? Is that okay? Is that okay, everyone?
I'm
just
talking once again.
Watch out.
I'm just going to get a little
fucking foot out of there.
Boo.
I'm just going to get a little bit more comfortable.
Ew.
Thank you so
Babe,
much
I can
for
see the
joining
bottom
us.
of your shoe.
You can see up my vagina. Don't worry about it.
I'm choosing not to.
The fact that she's this close to me.
Why don't I just get a little bit closer? Okay, why don't I go ahead and get into my little bit of a speech here. I wanted to just ask everyone, just a little sort of easy breezy journaling sort of thing that you could get into. What deal, what amount of money, what specific relationship are you willing to take or have to break your standards or morals? Every day, you know, we covet something. We yearn for something. We want that person's wife. And we want something that potentially costs money, costs something, costs someone's life. And just as we spoke of last episode, murder and sex for multiples of answers and questions. Murder and sex are the same thing. Taking someone's wife because you want her and because she maybe loves you back is also completely valid. And do you know why? It's because we are all individuals that deserve things that we've worked so hard for. Don't you want to have everything you've ever worked hard for? Those countless sleepless nights, desiring something. I hate to keep going back to someone's wife, but we all have a wife. Someone's wife. That we would maybe do something for. We don't like wives, we like husbands. What do we prefer here? I'm getting a lot of shit from the crowd here.
Mm-hmm.
Wise word. That works.
I like
I don't need.
It is lesbian business.
I don't need any more.
Lesbian visibility week.
I don't think we need any more wives. You know.
Oh,
I just
think there's
figured,
enough wives.
audience, you see this group of people, they like women.
Yes.
I'm pretty loud about
Yeah.
it on the internet. I think today
Correct.
alone.
All
it's,
right.
No, we're not role playing anymore. This is true.
All right, why don't I get back into my little box here?
Please do.
Okay. Well,
Hi, Maeve, I love you.
I love you too,
I feel like I can
Austin.
breathe more.
Well, we are going to
That was
go
something.
over to the screen where we're going to have to talk to someone that has actually not that many qualms and is extremely dangerous. Darby.
Mhm.
It is, at some point, a past year, a past month or so, that we have found you at a Coachella-like festival. Whether or not it is actually Coachella, it doesn't matter. But we find Darby in a natural habitat of hers, getting paid to party in a glam.
Mhm.
All around you are the outfits of this festival are the structural integrity is certainly lacking here, but that is also the appeal. To buy clothes that you'll only wear for today, or maybe generously the entire weekend. Usually that's not the case. But you are shining. You are dazzling. And you're getting paid a supplementary pretty penny to smile, to encourage people so subtly to maybe upgrade their ticket, upgrade their amenities if they would so choose, but really you're not doing anything other than being beautiful, being perfect, being the festival itself. you have a best friend. Reina is yet another example, shining example of someone, a businesswoman, someone who knows her worth in shining things and parties. But I'd like to specifically ask you, Darby, what is it that she provided for you? Who is she to you?
Well, she's my partner in figurative crime. I'm going to use the same logic as I heard earlier. If you can't prove it, never happened. And she's provided me a lot of opportunities, such as this. And it's been really nice having that support, someone to always go back to after exploits. They're like a dynamic duo. They really play off each other really well.
You see Reina in sort of the two of you, will say, have decided to like twin to some degree, maybe color palette swapping. Maybe she's more of like the baby blue while yours is more of like the baby pink. In her cowboy hat and her like frilled, fraying like crop top and like bell bottoms. And she sort of like laments to herself and just sort of says, did everyone feel that drop? It's totally going to start raining soon.
Is it? I'm not sure about that.
Well, I'm looking at the forecast, so I think unless you can do something about that. I mean, maybe we can get some of the umbrella tents or something along those lines. And as Reina sort of, her voice trails off here, is there something that you would like to do about that?
Yep, she kind of just looks up Darby for a little bit, smirks to herself, and pulls out her phone. She is going to take a quick selfie and just like, rain or shine, I'm here to party, as the caption. And then hashtag, it's not going to rain. Can't stop this. Like that kind of stuff.
No roll necessary, Darby. Maybe you were just about to feel that drop as well, see the little bit of condensation on your phone, and then it just goes back up into the sky. Almost sort of a natural reverse fireworks. Everything about you is fun and beautiful, and if it has to do with the weather, you just so happen to have a little knack for that. A few minutes pass by, and it seems that although there does seem to be a little bit of the rush to get the like tented, like bigger tents or something along those lines, umbrellas even, there doesn't seem to be many clouds anymore. In fact, the sun greets all of you again for a wonderful, successful festival day. As the day itself fades, rather than worrying about the rain, it getting dark now, you and Reina have successfully done what you needed to do, which was just put into the minds very subtly that, oh, there's going to be VIP parties in the front. And if you want to get closer, obviously, the fees, the cash stacks. The tips are also unwarranted, but pleasant surprises nonetheless. There's an immediate sort of, there's like a bad feeling. Some feeling of something that like at the back of your neck, the hairs stand as anyone can upgrade their ticket. Anyone can desire a good experience, whatever that may mean. But something that we can all understand as well is if you have the power, if you have the money, you can change time. You can rewrite history, reality. And in this very moment, Darby, you are history maker. The rain sucked back into the sky. And as you turn, you see the same motherfucker that screamed at people throughout the day drinking, purposefully gaslighting, purposefully moving people away, moving their things. Objects are sacred. And you know that he was throwing things around, being belligerent. People like these, they don't deserve a name. They don't deserve histories. Nothing of the sort. But it's hard, it's unfortunate when sometimes people like these also have power. Lance is his name. He is unfortunately a rising star. Started in social media. But he and Reina did sort of grow up in the same circles, so to speak. He abruptly barges into what is the beginning of the VIP party. Reina! Finally, I get to see you. It's been so fucking long. I've had to wait this entire fucking line. I would appreciate maybe next time you put a word in for my name, because this party has my name written all over it. And he pushes past people and is about to brusquely, like, not entirely bump into you, but is about to, like, get his, like, sweaty arm and skin, like, in your vicinity. And tries to, like, rush past to Reina.
Honey. Roll back those horses. Gotta keep.
Who are you? It's totally inappropriate that he doesn't know who you are at this point. Like, if he was on Instagram, if he was on anything, Reina's whole thing is that she is next to you. She is with you. He's purposefully being obtuse.
That is so cute. Did you bonk your head on the way in? Is that why you're suddenly reading your name all across the boards? Because I'm not comprehending that.
What is your deal? I'm just trying to see my friend, you know? I'm just,
You know? What?
Do you know who I am?
Of course I do. I pay attention to things. And I encourage you to do the same. That said, are you just here to see Reina?
Yeah, I'm just fucking here to see Reina.
Alright, maybe you should just do that and go.
Okay. And I continues to, like, attempt to sort of, like, push past you. And there seems to be, depending on how close you're listening, you unfortunately also have, like, all the other people that are trying to, like, get through and you have to oversee to some degree. Reina just... There's something lovely about Reina, but there is unfortunately sometimes something very passive about her as well. She seizes up. Freezes, rather. And as Lance in the background, his annoying voice becoming louder and louder as the words become clearer, there's like a better party happening out off site, you know. There's gonna be like these people there, and I know that you've been interested in signing up with maybe getting these labels or something. Like, I think you could totally be doing something better than just festival shit. And I think when you turn, his hand is grasped entirely around her wrist.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, time for Darby to intervene. Darby's gonna walk up, grab his hand, and like, music's playing, right? So she's gonna kind of like try to twirl him. Whoa there, partner. You should wait for the woman to ask you before assuming she wants to dance. Now, Reina's here. We're having fun. At least we were before, you know. And she just like does that once over on him, on Lance, before you came. So either you cheer up, perk up, have some fun, or skedaddle, please.
There are a couple things you can do here, as there have been some instances where you have also realized there were multiple things that you could do. One of them certainly being blowing a woman into a river. But if you would like to end this calmly, sociably, you can convince this person using whatever tags that you have to intimidate or to successfully, whatever, seem mortal enough to get him out of this tent. You can hit with all you've got, or anything else that you have in mind.
Yeah, I suppose it's also like her taking a risk by doing this, but what have you? Actually, you know what? You mentioned a different party, Lance. Where is it?
It's like a reasonable, like 20 miles out, completely away from the festival.
So, you want Raina? Of course, I'd be going with Raina. That's how things go. Why don't you show us the way?
Raina looks at you, kind of like whispering, hopefully in a way that like he's not able to hear. And maybe one would think Raina's response would be, "Are you serious? We're going?" But instead, Raina whispers to you. She sighs, rather. "Should I be playing along?" Raina, again, passive, sweet, nice, angelic, but also there's something in that works very well with you for a reason. Raina acts her ass off at this moment and seems to, for whatever reason, just be so much more open to the idea. And she like nods and like sort of like clutches your side. As long as you know, as long as Darby's going, we can make a party really turn into anything. Lance kind of scoffs, but there is something in him, that instinct that you can see, taste even, unfortunately. I can make these two bitches have some fucking fun tonight. The two of you end up in a very nice limo and start driving away from the festival center. Technically still clocked in, but it's the VIP party. There are lots of other beautiful people to speak to at this moment. I think Lance obviously tries to like sit next to the both of you at all times, but it is sort of it is one of those unnecessarily like large, honestly, a limo this long in like basically the desert or wherever difficult terrain situation is hilariously arduous. But Darby, you could make that easy, no problem. From what do you wait for exactly, Darby? What is your plan?
She just wants to make sure the party she was supposed to be at doesn't have any unintended consequence. But she's just kind of gonna walk away from that set area and just like wait for an opportunity to arise where people are all distracted at the very least, but he does something where it's just like, nah.
Again, He tries to touch Reyna while she's sitting next to you.
All right, Lance. Like, she's gonna sidle up right beside this Lance fellow, like really, really, really close to his cheek. You're like, Lance, touch her again, and you'll find out something. I don't think you'll like it very much, but I would love to show you.
It's easy for you to rile people up just as much as you get them to party. And childishly, he just kind of like pokes roughly, almost like a shove, to her shoulder.
Okay. She pulls out her phone and the charm on it starts to glow. The little feather silvery charm. And she's going to use it to essentially channel lightning into him. Like a very concentrated burst is what she's hoping for. But, you know, she's livid, so things are going to get gusty. If people are actually wearing skirts, they're flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit with all you've got, please.
Yes. Did it include my modifiers on that roll?
You would have had to add them manually. So which tags are we adding for this one?
Intense emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling the weather.
Controlling the weather.
And mastery of the wind domain.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a +3 to this roll. Well, so what did you get on your dice?
I rolled in roll 20 and I got a 7.
Okay, so that's a 10. And that is a tier 3 status to Lance. Is there a particular status other than just completely fucked?
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, we are at a party.
Let's look at these choices then. If you do not choose control collateral damage, other people will get hurt, potentially die.
She's gonna be mindful because she's with Reyna.
Okay.
The focus is on destroying Lance.
All right. So presumably the other choice that you do is you get them good.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll give him good.
Okay. So that turns into a status 4. Lance did not have that many chances to begin with. So how does the lightning enter him, Darby, through this beautiful charm on your phone?
She kind of wants to. She does want him to suffer, so she's gonna go through the torso so he doesn't immediately die. She wants to look him in the eye as that lightning travels through him before he bursts from the center. There might be a bit of a spray.
Panic, chaos ensues as suddenly the rain that was supposed to be present, suddenly very concentrated, starts with a lone, singular lightning bolt to the rising star, Lance. And to fast forward sometime into the future, you and Reyna look at the news together, just sort of saddled up next to each other on a couch, a beautiful billionaire's pad. The news says, lightning bolt accident. Reyna looks over at you, sighing, a little tired, not that tired, all things considering. It was pretty easy to cover this one up.
Well, it was somewhat in the weather. Thanks, babe.
Thank
I
you.
gave him 3 strikes. I thought that was pretty generous. Ugh.
Well, at the very least, it wasn't on site this time.
Growth, right? Growth, Raina. I'm growing. I'm learning. Getting better. Anyway, I'm sorry you went through that, though.
You know, you always think that maybe thick skin comes eventually, but it doesn't really. How do you do it?
You know me. I'm all about living in the present.
And killing people with lightning?
Yeah, because presently, he was harming you. Like, I saw you seize up. You shouldn't feel entitled to your space like that.
Ah, I appreciate it, Darby. I always do.
Well, I appreciate you, Raina. I'm glad we can just do this afterwards.
And you,
But also, thanks for, covering up.
and you do, I think, with this last bit of flashback here, covering up. This is not the first time Marina has done this. Not that the first time it was hard, but there was a particular other upstarting musician, someone who envied you and Reina, and this person also garishly attempted to put up a fight, declared she would wring your neck, and you got $50,000. Darby, is there anything else that you would like to see in this vignette?
Let's see. Nah, she wouldn't be garish like that. She would not keep trophies. I was about to say, wouldn't that be kind of funny? She was just like, ooh.
Well, you have
Anyway,
you have the whatever horrible leaks on the internet that you would like. But that's up to you.
No, actually, let's have her look at social media for a bit. Just because, that's her thing. Pulls out her Tamagotchi phone.
Just waves of people saying, God, finally, he's gone. God, thank you.
It's like I'm doing a public service, Raina. How many people did he fuck with? Damn.
Maeve's voice sort of turns back on, maybe in a dream, maybe in just like an affirmation to you one day in front of your mirror. You deserve everything you've ever worked hard for.
I do.
Going back over to Kairos. It's been a second. You had a little chore appointed to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, Maeve gave you an address.
Mm-hmm.
And it was within the southeast, I believe, where City Hall or Legislative Hall, that sort of quadrant of the City of Mist is. Kairos, how do you start your day with any particular routine? Any tools that you pick up, murderous or otherwise?
No, everything I need is with me.
Beautiful. You find yourself surprisingly not at sort of a luxury home, not at a place with 3 garages and that many cars or even more, you find yourself, strangely, at an abandoned warehouse.
It's always a warehouse or mansion. Warehouse or mansion. It's one of the two. It's always one of the two. This one's the warehouse guy. Okay. I would walk around the, like, not circumference because it's not a circle, I assume, but the perimeter.
Yes.
That's the word. I want to walk the perimeter like a full circle around it.
Please sneak around.
Yes. Is that a move?
Yes.
Cool. Is it nighttime?
Is it? It depends on when you decided to stake out.
I would do it at nighttime.
Got it.
So, okay, I have a tag for that. Tags add 1.
Yes.
Correct.
However
And
many
that
tags you
is-
have, you add.
Stealth. Will we say eyes behind head?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. It's nighttime. Okay. Can I use my shadow teleportation?
Of course.
Okay. Then that's
You just
6.
gotta tell me what that looks like when you're sneaking around.
I think it does not look. I think it looks fancy and unfancy at the same time in that, like, it isn't like Bamfing, like a Nightcrawler or something, or anything like that. I think it is literally, I, like, walk into one shadow and walk out of a different shadow.
Beautiful.
So that would make it a 10.
Beautiful. Amazing. Okay. Everyone that should fall for it falls for it.
Incredible.
As
So yeah,
oh yeah,
I just do that.
go through around the perimeter. You were able to locate and access multiple doors. There seems to be only one that is like there seems to be one that is more of like a double door situation, like a proper entrance. What seems to be like maybe a loading dock entrance situation. But every door is locked. There are no windows.
Okay. So you said the double door is locked
Yes.
and there are no windows.
Yes.
That's not weird.
No.
Does the door have any sort of frame I can see through?
No.
There goes my. That's the easier way to do this.
It is extremely shady here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and get their store open quietly.
Okay. Let's see. That can be.
Or there are no windows. Is there any building near this building?
It does just all seem to be like a collection of other dilapidated buildings. Like
My thinking is from walking around, does it look like there's some? Is there like a typical maintenance access on the top on the roof?
yes.
I want to go into a different warehouse, assuming one of them is just like an actual old warehouse, not clearly a front, and like go up to the top and then like jump to this one.
Absolutely. I think easy enough with that 10 and your shadow teleportation. You make no fuss of it. It is absolutely as easy as that. And I think what does become clear is being able to access the other building that way. All the other buildings, the doors are like rotted off. The doors that you saw in the abandoned warehouse, specifically that the address that Maeve gave you, all of the doors seem newly reinforced.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that, and then is it like a maintenance hatch? Is it a door?
I will say, given your vantage point at this place, I think it is another door situation, but this one has a clear doorknob now.
Okay, that I can work. Is it? I'm gonna jump over, easy as pie, and just I'm gonna walk up to see if it like open, locked.
Give me. This is hilarious, and this is for a particular reason.
Okay.
Roll 1d6.
Okay. 5.
Do you touch it? Do you touch the doorknob? You said you'd like you.
Yeah.
Jiggled it or
I already said that.
Okay. Upon attempting to turn it, there's seems to be it sounds like a firecracker sort of setting off, and in front of you is just a little puff of like explosive smoke, and suddenly the little form of like a pixie, like lithe and beautiful, sort of comes through, coughs. Who are you? Like truly this small of like a pixie shows up.
They come out and they see. I think for the audience, y'all see me, but I'm wearing like from here to here-ish, like a white mask now, because I don't want to get caught. Obviously. Whom are you?
You're gonna have to convince her to not start screaming.
Okay.
Because you're wearing a balaclava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I say to her, she looks like
this
she
can
looks
be
like
a
she's
roll,
gonna start
by the
yelling.
way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like that is her immediate instinct here.
I'm not like a people person, I don't think.
You might have to kill her, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I just have to kill her. Okay, that I can do.
It's one of those either or things. You have to convince her that you're no threat. You're just a nice guy with a white mask. Or
can
kill.
Can I send her into a fit of pain that is so unbearable that she couldn't think to scream?
Of course.
Okay. I will try to do that.
Okay.
Whoa, that was crazy. I don't know what I'm rolling for this, but I got.
I believe this has changed the game.
Okay, 6 plus 4 is 9.
That's 6 plus 4 is 10.
Oh, 6 plus 4 is 10. And then I have my lethal attack thing has unbearable pain as the tag I was gonna use.
Incredible. Okay. Do you want to kill her dead or just unbearable pain until?
Just like unbearable, like so much pain she passes
Just
out.
so much pain. Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Before she can open her mouth in what seems to be just like an apparent alarm, there does seem to be like a part unlocking system or lockpicking system here, part absolute alarm, and like a banshee like sound wave was about to like erupt from her tiny little body, and then you slice her or in whatever fashion suddenly cut her off in such a visceral way it sounds like you slit her throat, and she just falls. She can fly, she falls to the ground, and the door's open.
You'll be all right in the morning. Sorry about that.
In the morning.
And I just I walk over her body. When I walk in, the actual first thing I'm gonna do is take out my ballpoint pen and click it twice and it becomes translucent.
Okay.
I have a tag for magic negation. I want to try to like wub around me, so if there's more pixies and shit, they don't wake up.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I forgot you had that, as is a wonderful thing that all GMs should have. And as soon as your little white dagger is unsheathed, all around you is an illusory haze.
Oh, sick.
As soon as you are able to open the door, as soon as the invisible dagger comes out, suddenly what seems to be an uncomfortable, a disgusting, mosquito-like legion of these pixies were all covering the door in hordes, in waves, and they all just watched you do this to her, but were perfectly fine with remaining invisible and just waiting to see what would happen until you opened the door and went in. And when you open the door, you realize there's absolutely nothing. There are no floors. You were about to walk into this like shaft, this what seems to be this maintenance door or something, and then just drop however many feet the entire building is. And it did look like, maybe for the split second in between, like, maneuvering, getting your dagger out before you really did anything, it did look like there were floors. It did look like there were other doors to explore, maybe other rooms, but the entire abandoned building here was some sort of fey trap. And all the pixies still are just looking at you, not aware of what you are realizing.
So are you saying there's like the building is like truly empty, like it's like a shell?
It is empty.
You know what? I forgot something. I say like out loud to myself.
Yeah.
No, yes, I forgot. Oh my goodness, how I can't complete this job without that. Okay, yes, she's down until morning. I'll just have to come back. I like mother all this, and like very gently close the door.
All of the horrible mosquito pixies just look at you until you disappear. However you do that, however you walk away.
I think I just like walk off the side of the building and like come out of a shadow at the bottom of the building. That, or I skate down the side of the building and I'm Shadow the Hedgehog.
You can be Shadow the Hedgehog if you want to.
I skate down the side of the building. I have climbing, and to me, I'm like, that also is getting down.
Uneventful, potentially, a new day begins to dawn for you as well as for the rest of you. You have some information to share with your group, as you did technically just leave in the middle of a birthday party.
Yeah.
Why not? Before we get back to our wonderful Soul and Percy to see what they're doing in the new day, we're actually going to take a break here. So, once again, meet back after the break for some announcements, and we will be back in just a bit. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for waiting. Bad House RPG announcements. Tomorrow, Embers of Rage, our Werewolf Darkness Eternal series, goes live with episode 7, I believe, at 8 p.m. ET, run by the very talented and wonderful Chris Cologne at VO_Cologne. Always remember, our YouTube channel pumps out VODs a few days after we go live on our Twitch. Give our channel some love over there to optimize your viewing experience. And also, just for some MFA events as well. Next week, next Saturday rather, April the 27th, is the final day of MFA's charity stream for some Bad House cast members and guests. Cleric from Embers of Rage, and I will be day drinking to get our friends some help. There will be a link in the chat at the end of stream to check out more information about that. Thank you so much. Where we last left off, we had a beautiful vignette of Darby and sort of the origin of her partying days. And also, your girl can control the weather. We get a little glimpse into what Kairos was up to, being given the address by Maeve into what seems to be an abandoned warehouse that is filled with mosquito pixies. We now find ourselves very briefly back in Percival's apartment after what seems to be very probably bright and early toasty group morning text from Kairos being, let's meet up, along those lines. Percival, how's that morning sickness?
She's at the stage where physically, in every important sense, it's plateaued, but her anxiety is making it worse. And that she's not sure if her anxiety is making her more nauseous than she needs to be, or if this is going to be real. It's not distinguishing so much from her normal day-to-day pain that it feels like she's going to do anything about it today. So she has like a general bottle of ibuprofen that's going to get used probably in a day. And she takes the text like, yeah, this is as bright and cheery as Kairos is going to get, and then peeks out her window and shoots a text to Pronto.
He's already in front of your house in 5 seconds.
Yep, that he is. And I do a good perimeter scope to make sure no one's really looking, and goes out from the fire escape door, because it's a windowed one near a fire escape, so that she doesn't need to use the stairs, and the camera can see her sort of teleporting in short bursts. It's nothing nearly as sophisticated as Kairos or even Soul when it comes to mobility, but it's basically a short-term teleportation that gets her to the ground without her accelerating or even having a heavy step when she does get there.
We're doing over 400 milligrams of, 4,000 milligrams of ibuprofen today, baby.
No liver.
No. Pronto's one of many beautiful cars tagged with Black Horse chauffeur, as well as Uber, Lyft, and all sorts of other City of Mist related rideshare apps. He absolutely should not be doing that with company cars. Who's gonna tell? Who's gonna say anything? And you saddle up. Where are you in? Where do you usually go in the car? Front seat, back seat?
Passenger, for sure. Oh, and I give him a Tupperware that has foil wrapped on top, and it's filled with wrapped grape leaves.
Oh, amazing!
And I hand them to him.
Soul, where are you in the car?
Oh, I'm in the back seat.
You're in the back seat.
I don't notice she's there yet.
Okay, cool. Pronto looks over to you excitedly, just gasps at free food. Wow. The delivery man who can barely afford food. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And just sort of goes. He kind of digs in a little bit, at least grabs one, and he moves very quickly, and then very gently tucks it into his glove compartment, and then says, "Oh, by the way," points to the back behind him, behind the both of you, and in full glam, full mirror, is Soul on her phone.
Yeah, there's a hiss of steam. She's like, Soul. This should not be as surprising considering how often this happens.
Percy, how are you? Where are we going today?
Man, why do you do this? Like, you didn't... It was a group text this time. Didn't you get the group text?
I thought that was for later tonight. Are you not going anywhere fun? Like, do you not have anywhere to go? Anything to do before?
You're looking real judgmental back there for someone who... Sorry, Pronto, were you going anywhere else before this?
I mean, I'm here for y'all, technically. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't be. The one thing I can't do is be in two places at once. You know what I mean? So,
We'll figure it out someday, you know.
Yes, and because Pronto is our driver, and you can't go anywhere without Pronto, I go where Pronto goes sometimes.
Is that you saying that you want to hang around me? Like, not that you'd ever admit it, but...
No, that's not what that is. But I do get curious about what you all do during the day. Ergo, I get in the car and see where you go.
All that money and you can't do anything with it? Okay.
I mean, I do things with it.
Whoa! I feel like I shouldn't be here. Okay.
Nah. You're fine. I motion towards Soul, like, and I'm fine. It's never a long ride anyway. Like,
do you have a commentary about all my money?
No.
No, you.
Her teeth are like gritting.
Could have money too.
Yeah, and
I'm just gonna start driving. You guys
maybe
just keep talking.
yeah.
I'll just put the radio on. You guys just keep talking about whatever.
Yeah. Turn it up. Maybe I'd be as bored as you if I had that money one day. You know.
You know, boredom, I'm told, is a luxury.
Yeah, things that money can buy. Yes. Not doing very much when it comes to defending yourself. She's like now on her phone, almost disinterested. Yes, I was planning on going to Kairos's.
Why would I need to defend myself?
Seems like a sad existence. That's
sad. No, I don't really hit. I wouldn't categorize any of the emotions that I feel during the day as sad. I have boredom that comes up every now and again. Curiosity, intrigue, hunger, that one's been coming up a lot more frequently. No, sadness isn't really on there, so... But that is an interesting thing to think about, so I appreciate that observation. What do you feel during the day?
Mainly neurological degeneration, but there's no consensus on that still. The jury's out. I like living in this place and like doing something for myself aside. Her face looks like it's almost like rude or breaking a social protocol to directly talk about the fabrication in plain words, so she's trying to like skirt around it. Like, it'd be nice to feel like I exist rather than do something clearly for someone else, because you're not the highest rung, I'm not the highest rung. Like,
oh, you're talking about fabrication. Well, I've never really thought about this little competition, I think it is, as doing it really for someone else. Well, I guess... Well, I don't ask... How do I say this? Because it seems uncharacteristic. I don't like to talk to Maeve, so that takes priority over the many questions that I have about the fabrication. But my feeling of not wanting to talk to Maeve like outranks that level of curiosity, so I kind of just pour myself into everything else. So I don't really experience that feeling of, you know, like I'm doing it for someone else, because it's kind of like cause and effect. I go on about my day. You know, I woke up in the city a couple years ago. Happy birthday to
Wow,
me.
you're just giving it all. Okay.
Yeah, I woke up in the city.
Just don't worry about me. I've listened to the radio. No worries.
Yeah.
I trust you, Pronto.
Yeah, you know. Who are you gonna tell, Pronto?
I don't know. Well, I don't have any.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't talk to anybody.
He's not here.
Yeah, not even here. And the thing is, much like the way in which Pronto isn't here right now, Pronto could not be here tomorrow, and the next day, and a lot of people wouldn't even blink. And that's not to say Pronto is important. People care about Pronto. You care about Pronto. I care about Pronto. I think Pronto does a very good job.
That's
But-
not just okay. Whatever.
The in-between of waking up and dying, I like to fill it with a lot of things. And that process happens to be accompanied, I get the money to do that, by defending myself. Or, well, no, it's somewhere between self-defense and manslaughter.
Yeah.
A lot of
that's how
them
it
are
always goes.
accidents.
Could I participate in this conversation?
Please.
Sitting right next to you, Soul, seems to be a woman in a very like short orange, like blunt bob and like designer sunglasses. What seems to be like a very avant-garde, like white circular sort of outfit, somehow taking up not too much space, but somehow it is a strange optical illusion sort of dress that she is wearing, and she's like sitting very politely at the other side of the back seat with you, Soul, and she's just staring straight across, not necessarily addressing anyone, but certainly a character has entered into the car.
Yeah, and I think for Soul, she's not wearing a suit necessarily today, but I think she's in like a similar, like a black garb, like chunky boots, just like black pants and like a t-shirt tied at the waist with a belt. Oh, okay, this is weird. Who are you? How did you get in here, and why are you here?
There isn't exactly danger, but could the both of you roll face danger for me, please?
Yeah,
I was gonna ask to roll investigate, but that might be
Investigate's
worse.
good too.
Okay.
You can roll for
I'll
investigate.
face danger, and you can investigate.
Okay.
If you have anything related to optical illusions, or anything about illusions, oh sorry, I said that both times. Anything illusory, basically, for face danger, go for it. And
Surprise attacks are easy counts, given that my mobility.
I'm wondering
attack
if you're
is-
investigate. Do you want to see what are you investigating? Because I'm gonna have Soul investigate the environment. So do you want to investigate the woman in particular?
Yeah, like her power level.
Oh, I see, for sure.
Yeah. I have my seventh sense. Is this person like... Well, I'm going to add the stronger emotion, I can sense it, flashes a future action, and exposes hidden intentions.
Certainly. Amir, I'm gonna go over soul stuff first.
At a 10.
You got a 10. Beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
You can fend off the effect and take no status at all. You do not take a tier. We'll say like one, like, what's the word exactly? Hypnotized.
Yeah.
Suddenly Pronto is you can see that he is like drooling and like out of consciousness, but like still driving somehow, and the entire world outside and around the car is this like strange, it's like you're flying through space, like you're looking through what would literally be one of the lenses in the planetarium.
Yeah. And
But
she-
you are
yeah,
able
that-
to not get dizzy, not feel cold, not any of the potential symptoms of whatever this effect necessarily is.
Yeah, and I think Soul, like a child at a planetarium, is like looking out the window and like puts her face kind of like way too close to the glass.
Okay.
It's kind of like looking, trying to like look out and around as we're like doing the flying through space, and then turns back kind of excitedly to this woman. How did you do that?
If you put your hand against the window, it is so cold. You can almost hear the glass like behind the car, like beginning to like falter a little bit. Like you almost think that you can hear it.
God, we might actually be in space.
For Percy, give me that investigate.
I got a 7 total.
Okay. All right. So you can ask me a question about the subject of your investigation, or ask another player a relevant question about their character. I will give you a straight answer or a solid lead, but I will also choose one of the things. So what would your question be for me?
General one was about power level. Because then the sub question is, why is she here?
Yeah. Beyond legendary.
Okay.
So the other options here, your investigation exposes you to danger. The clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, or part true, part false. Whoever or whatever you were asking that question can ask you one question as well. You answer on the same terms. Yeah, she's gonna ask you a question back. This legendary woman who has just entered into the car somehow and changed the environment somehow, hypnotized the mortal in driving the car somehow to the point that he is incapacitated. He cannot speak or move necessarily, but it does seem to be that he is driving through the street and making sure that y'all are still safely like regarding traffic. She does not take her sunglasses off, but she does seem to like adjust them often. It's like a character tick of hers. The last thing that she said was if she could participate in the conversation. And what you asked Soul was, how did you do that?
Yeah, Soul gave an affirmation before realizing like what the fuck was going on, of like, please do like participate in the conversation, and then like got ADHD'd to the window and then turned back, and it's like, how did you do that?
She regards the rear view mirror to catch your line of sight, Percy, and she says, would you like that to be your question?
Yeah, she has my face. She's like, okay, so she thinks in her head, this already answers my question partially. I hope you know. So she bites her tongue.
Will you let... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to ask, are you going to let basically Soul take your question?
No.
Okay.
No, she's gonna... If there's anything that'll motivate her. Do you have business with us?
I believe we all have business with each other.
Yeah, that's not a very good question you just asked.
But to be more, not specific necessarily. We don't need to be specific, we just need to cooperate. We will take a very brief tech break and be right back, folks. One moment. Hello, everybody. Thanks for waiting. Sorry about that. The last we left off, this bulbous woman. The last thing she says is, we all technically have business together, but never minding that. And not so much if you were willing to cooperate. I'm not very much interested in partnerships at the moment. What I am interested in is if you would lend an ear of sorts. My question to you, perhaps. How, maybe what, writing implement, what capturing device would you use to write yourself into history? Anyone in the car?
You can go.
What? I mean, I thought you... Okay. To write myself in history. I guess let's keep it modern. Why do you ask? You know what?
You don't have to keep it modern. You come from a particularly ancient time, don't you?
Why do you know that, old lady?
Are you not just as old? Maybe not just as old as I.
Understandable. Yes. And I think so kind of like, it's kind of like a frequency tuning before kind of clocking to like, oh, you're also old. Yes. No, I like modernity has its value. I would probably use, maybe keyboard, type it up. Does that count?
Droll, but it counts.
Troll. Okay.
Eye contact goes back to that rear view mirror very hauntingly towards Percival.
I think she has a hint of the question that she's trying to ask. Like, chews her lip. Probably my fucking cane.
A cane.
Are you looking for an answer like that?
However you would choose to answer it, Relic. A cane. You would choose to write your history. How so?
Well, besides, I think the heavy-handed metaphor for what it is, it's fucking mine, and nobody gets its grip on it but me. And no matter how big the history is, that's maybe rival colonial powers of ancient history, that is within my control at all times. So, is that enough of an answer?
And with this keyboard and with this cane, regarding or disregarding modernity or the ancients, would that be enough? Would these tools suffice to be able to maneuver fame, recognizability? Would you be able to save yourself?
What a very mortal question to ask.
We are all recently mortal.
True. Now, what do you mean when you say save myself? You say that as if I am corrupting, in needing of salvation.
You said a keyboard.
Yes, because that's what I'm proficient in. That's what I've learned how to use over the past few years.
You've no roots.
Roots.
You've no ancestors.
Ah, that's what this is about. No, I don't.
You have creators. I'm very familiar with them.
Yes. And then, if you know my creator, then you would understand how pointless it is to dwell on the past, my dear. Maternity is to be alive. It's to look forward. So no, I'm not going to pick up a rock and chisel on a fucking stone tablet. I'm not going to use a pen dipped in an inkwell. I'm going to use a keyboard. Because that's going to be easy to type the few words that I need to. I lived, and then I died. You're going to ask another stupid fucking question, or you're going to leave?
To the one in the front. How would you save yourself?
It assumes maybe more power than I originally inferred that we have in this car combined, wouldn't you say?
You still know little of yourself, then?
You can see her head drop at that. I don't think it is an inherently moral thing that some things get to be passed down tangibly and some things don't, but I don't think that relates to fame or posterity in a way that maybe matters to your question.
The material makes us gods. The things that we have attachments to, the tools that we choose to learn or not to learn, that makes us everything. It is interesting to me, as I've had these little interviews with other relics, the ones that have chosen to die, to not participate, and me. I am confused with this life. I do not need new things. I am what I have always been and will ever be. And I think as her voice begins to raise as well, Pronto, I think in the corner of your eye, Percival, Pronto's fingers start to get blue, starts to become blue. And there are many reasons I could find a way to reach all of you all at once, to swallow you all whole, and to end all of this today. But I am confused. There are things relevant to the keyboard, relevant to new life, modernity, that I want, that I covet. I can kill, actively, for the first time. Not actively, as a single unit, perhaps. My vastness, written on the pages, on the fingers of many, since the beginning of time. This fame, this mystery, is new. Soul, on your phone.
Yeah, Soul sending a text message to Kairos. to see if it's going to send or if we're actually in space.
It doesn't seem to be
Because-
sending quite yet.
Yeah, okay, she puts it down. She puts her fingers on the glass.
It is freezing to the point it
Yeah.
hurts. It like almost like takes the moisture in your finger and like almost bites back with how frozen it seems to be outside.
Yeah. Hey, what's your name? You didn't share
Ash,
it. Ash.
Ash.
A fine name. You are speaking about what it is you want, what you're curious about. Let me guess, what are you? Number one
number one what?
in the fabrication.
No,
Not even you. Okay.
I have not killed. But I am worth more than all of you.
Well, wouldn't that still put you... That would still put you above me. Because it's a money game. Am I not mistaken? It's not just about killing, it's about how much you're worth. It's why Maeve tells it to me each morning.
Your overseer is not mine or others. Whatever lies or truths this Maeve may be putting into your minds may not be the one who overseers this person that is considered number one. I ambiently, I passively watch until the very day I can swallow whoever kills the rest of you. You know my name. I know yours. I may ask a question of varying severity. Once again, this has proved something to me, as esoteric and frozen as it may be. The car immediately starts to warm back up, and Pronto seems to like be gaining back like motor function in his face and his fingers. I will leave you. Come to me at the planetarium. Come to me with poetry of perception and memory, artwork, and I will observe them. That is all. And I think, unless anyone like blinks, or if anyone just genuinely, truly just maintains their eye contact on her, it almost as if fading away in some sort of like ash, genuinely, or this dust, the world comes back and you all find yourself parked in front of the Ratcatcher apartment. Pronto just suddenly comes into consciousness again. It's so fucking cold. What happened?
I think Percy's hand stalls and then like goes to the heater, goes to the glove compartment, gives him gloves that are in the compartment, and
Also
starts
to-
squeezing his hands.
What's your money sending app of choice?
I got all of them.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a couple $1,000. Please take the rest of the day.
What? Okay, okay.
Really know how to make a kid's day when it benefits you, huh?
And then I think Soul, like, almost ignoring that comment, opens the door. I don't like people interrupting my time.
Your text
she gets out of
message
the car.
goes through to Kairos now.
Oh. She,
Sorry.
like, Percy also just gets out of the car pretty stiff from what just happened ambiently, and think like whatever studs and spikes that she has on her face and on her jacket, they're like frosted now. So she sort of glimmers a little as they make their way.
Thankfully, Kairos has a full fireplace. Yeah, in her apartment. Darby, Kairos made the group chat, the message, like a while ago, but it seems to be that Percy and Soul both unequally unresponsive for the meantime. Time seems to have bended in a very strange way, and they are late for about 10-15 minutes. But they show up, finally.
What was the holdup?
A hot old
1,000-yard
lady.
stare.
Damn. That bad?
Really bearing the lead there, Soul.
I think. Okay, a cold old lady. One that puts us in space for no fucking reason. And almost killed Pronto.
Cold old lady.
That's just
Something
rude.
big. Yeah.
Is that where all of you went? And like Maeve pops up from someone's Tamagotchi, Darby's. I couldn't reach you for what seemed like forever, like 5-10 minutes.
You know what? Maybe the old lady wasn't so bad. As Soul goes to Kairos' fridge. Do you have a fridge, actually? Yeah, you have a fridge.
Those those ancient like clay pot refrigerators.
It's like in the ground.
Yeah.
Kairos is actively not in the main space, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, where is she?
I think the door is open to like I think Darby. If Darby was here, Darby knows like Kairos let Darby in, and then was like, "I'll be in the room," and like went to the evidence room.
Okay.
I'll be the greeter. I'm the host.
Percy
All right,
plunks
over
down
here.
near the fireplace. It was a time-bending trip. No, this keeps happening.
Oh, oh.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh,
I don't
you're
know.
Darby. You're Darby. Not DJ Joe.
DJ Joe.
Yeah.
Joe becomes O.
Soul noticeably does not go over to the fireplace, but like picks up a blanket. Probably like a fur, like a huge fur that Kairos has of some like beast that's been slain.
It's a bear. It's a
And
grizzly
yeah,
bear.
and wraps it around, puts the claws on the hands and puts it on, and tries to like kind of warm herself up a little bit, and goes into the evidence room.
Did Kairos catch Darby up in the meantime, or wait for everybody to show up?
I think she went in thinking people would come in.
Okay.
So if Darby didn't go in, then she is not.
Darby would have
Darby-
eventually like scooted them over.
Got it.
Okay, because Percy's like, this is hanging out
After
for something
warming up.
important.
Yeah.
You come in. There's a bunch of pictures of an abandoned warehouse, with a bunch of sketches on them, like mosquito, bug lady ?
Important question.
Yes.
Who closes the door?
Probably
Soul
Percy.
went in. Yeah, I was gonna Soul went in first, so it's not Soul. Or second.
Good.
Where's
Finally,
second?
y'all here. Finally. Soul, I got your text. I don't know why you texted me before you came in the house, but welcome.
Oh,
So-
we were... Oh, no, okay. No, please go on.
Yes. I conducted some investigative work and found that there's an abandoned warehouse disguised like it is a real building, but is actually complete empty shell. There's a keyless, no doorknob front door that is bolted shut, and then a service entrance on the top that drops you into nothing, presumably to your death, guarded by a bunch of some sort of evil fey creatures, very tiny pixies.
Okay. To go back to what I was going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
My text sent late because we were in a time bubble in space.
Fascinating.
Do you take these pictures yourself?
Yes.
She notes that in the things that Kairos is modern things that Kairos is willing to do.
So, this warehouse is owned by the mayor? Councilor Montgomery.
Is that legal?
I mean, they can own property, but it is odd because I asked Maeve to find his home address, and this is what is listed.
Ah.
So it is near a major ley line as well.
Ley lines, yeah. Are you suggesting a collaborative break-in? So we can probably handle reconnaissance just fine if we can spread out more. Did you happen to deal with any of the pixies?
Yeah, what'd you do about them?
Oh, I just had to deal with one. The rest didn't realize I could see them.
Oh,
Oh.
that's handy.
Okay.
Yes. I'm quite adept at handling myself in many situations with many tools I have.
Multi-talented, useful.
We all contain multitudes, I'm sure. So I'm not sure. Are the rest of you good at breaking in? You're all rather loud.
Oh no, goodness. Never tried that.
Percy does this. It's like,
So no, I don't recommend a collaborative break-in, but
Well,
yes.
I'm fine to sneak in. No one can really catch me.
Well, we've yet to test that theory, but go on. You said you were in space today? Was that on purpose?
No.
no.
Well, it seems like someone can catch you then.
Okay. Well, I was in the car.
That doesn't defeat you. That just makes my point more clear. Anyway, I was thinking more of tailing Councilor Montgomery, or if any other way to get close to him to find out more. I could go through his office. There's lots of things we could do. I was mostly thinking this was just some mortal man who perhaps I would have a conversation with, but it seems he is probably connected to something that would be of interest to all of us as well.
Well, I could tail him, but I'd prefer if it was at night.
Well, why would you ever tail someone in the daytime?
Why not?
Much too obvious.
Well, that's when hawks hunt. It's when people least expect it. You think they're safe.
But
Not
if someone...
politicians.
What?
Percy says not politicians.
Politicians are nothing but rats.
I mean, that's true. Also, if he lives at that residence, hypothetically, then it would be much harder to tail him if we are supposedly not going into his home residence anyway.
Well, where his place of business is a public building, I'm told, and people go there to file things and then pay for tickets and other things these humans worry about.
Oh,
Yeah.
other thing. Remember the space thing we just mentioned?
Yes.
Yeah,
We were
let's circle back
also-
to that.
Yes, we were offered to go to the planetarium, which, if I'm not mistaken, is by another ley line. We were told to bring art, things that we enjoy, I think.
Specifically of perception and memory.
Things of perception
Perception
and memory. I
Okay.
don't really know what that means.
Well, I'm sure if you have a big think about it, you'll figure it out.
But I don't really want to. She was
Well,
weird.
then,
I feel that.
Maybe this seems like we should split up.
That seems like a bad idea. That's how you die in horror movies.
do
Only
you plan
if
on
we
dying?
Not me, but look at Percy.
No.
don't fucking gesture to me like that. She like waves her cane so that's 2 inches from your face. Like, I'm able to take care of me. She looks a lot like Leia in this moment. She's like, I'm able to take care of myself. Crotchety, old young woman.
Okay.
I mean, the planetarium sounded like a time-sensitive issue, and if things in the fabrication are ramping up, then maybe too much of us in the same place might also be dangerous. So
Perhaps. Do you want some help with your art puzzle, or do you think you can figure it out?
Actually,
I don't think it's a puzzle.
I never want to go to meet that woman again, so if someone else could, if we could split in a direction that allows me not to go there. I'm good at catching rats.
Well, this rat is mine, so I will be doing that.
Soul sidles up next to you. Well, it looks like we're going to the same place.
Wow, works out perfectly. You sure you don't want the fun one, like the one who knows how to have a good time in your two-person party? It's fine. I think I won. Goes over to Darby.
Yeah, just literally tell me what to do. I kind of don't get what's happening.
Oh, it's about relic shit, you know. So
Cool,
You're gonna go
yeah.
make a new friend. You're good at that.
Yeah,
yeah.
do it.
Well,
Blank face, nod like.
I suppose you put it this way: if this relic is as strong as you are saying she is, I think it'd be better to make a friend than anything else.
Yeah,
Very
find an
astute.
ally.
Yeah.
Do you have like, what's the word? Like, what were they like? That would help.
She was old, pretty fashionable, but her style wasn't super modern, so I don't know from what era she comes from. Let me see. No, I am in captions. Sorry. That was just me thinking I had a tech issue. I don't know if she's a cold person or if she likes cold. So the actual gift is something separate and maybe related to you more. So, you know, we can make a fucking night out of it. You wanna go somewhere?
Sure. What's your theme?
Yeah. Basement clubs. So the noise is nice.
Yeah.
But it helps me think. It's not very good for talking, so we can walk and talk because Pronto has the day off.
Pronto has the day off?
Yes, he is unfortunately a mortal man. Wait. You have a car. She would have seen it last episode. You have a car. I'm not concerned, but he was a little caught up in the ice, finger-numbingly cold weather. So
Oh, the ice of space or something, right?
that's a working theory. Like, it seemed that cold. Not that I would ever know.
I don't know. I just read about it. Okay, more like I watched a movie about it. Anyway,
She offers out her elbow, like in a mock like courtesy, like we can report back later. All right, hobble our way out.
Good luck. And I think Soul looks at Kairos with a shit-eating grin that we have to hang out. Now, Kairos, do you have a car?
No.
Didn't think so.
Do try to keep up.
Sure.
And so,
Kairos.
I am not a daft woman.
Okay.
I know that surely you are keeping tabs on me and what I can do. And I'm sure it's of much curiosity to you. So, you may come along and take any notes that you can keep track of. But remember, to do that, you'll have to keep an eye on me. I'm going to try to step into a shadow and leave.
Stick away, stick around, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Dramatic exit.
The
Two.
dramatic
Yeah.
accent.
I
Two.
roll-
The sequel.
It could have been so cool.
11.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
So I think it is much like the last minute of dramatic exit, but this time there are no doors that are open.
Cool. As we see Kairos shadow stepping out, I think between Darby and Percy, as they are also on their way out, there's a very strange, like, there's like a beat where suddenly there are a bunch of missed calls from Maeve, from either all of you, whoever is checking their phone.
Okay.
Put it on speaker.
All right.
What the fuck?
Only in Maeve.
Oh, I say that. She's probably going to come out to speak.
Hello.
Maeve. Oh,
Hello. Did all of you just disappear again?
No. We were all very much together. What's happening?
I wasn't able to access either of you.
ain't no way.
Was it just when we walked out the building? Like, she checks the timestamp for the.
I can hear
calls.
you, and there is a intensity in her voice beginning now. I can hear you when you are in the building. For some reason, I just stopped hearing everything. Are you all playing with something that I don't know about?
Well, I most certainly am not aware of what's happening.
We might be the wrong people to ask, Maeve.
You know us pretty well.
That is true. I think the others not so much. And I'm sorry, that must have been scary for you.
It was. I love my thingies.
Regardless, I almost want to blame whatever. Her name is Ash, by the way. That lady. She might have something to do with this, because this normally never happens. But if there are any disconnects at crucial moments, feel free to let us know. Or maybe physically appear somewhere. Like, that might be faster.
Without a roll, there is a trepidation I think you have not seen before with that suggestion. But you see in her little emoticon, like her eyes just sort of like going back and forth, like conspiratorially, just like there's something going on. And I don't like it.
I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, I like answers, so I don't like it too.
I don't like people fucking with me, so I've been fucked with at least once today.
Well, we'll all get to the bottom of this. Next episode. That is where we are going to end. It's a shorter episode for today. Thank you, everyone, blah, blah, blah. Once more, I have been Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. I have been Maeve, the terrifying PNG tuber kaiju for today. I'm going to pass it over to Zoe.
Hello, everyone. It is me again. I have been the normal one of the group. Yeah. The good one. Yeah. Soul. Pronouns she, they, he. I'm gonna get there's so many pronouns, all of them she uses. It's fine. If you like what I do, then you will love me everywhere else. You can catch me in places like the Nameless Domain. That's it. Yeah, no, that's about all. That's it. Passing it to Amir.
That's me. And alternatively, I also go by Netta. You can see me use those names in the intro and the outro. And pronouns they, them. you can really just find me on Twitter at trans_father, because nothing that I'm working on is being published yet, but it will be, so that's really all that I want to say about it, because I'm also busy. I'll get to gush about it later. And yeah, I played Percy. She was, I want to say the most normal one, but I'm not going to compete on camera for that title. I'm going to pass it instead to Zeffy.
Thank you. Yes, it means Zeffy, and I use she, they pronouns. You'll find me mostly on Twitter right now. I'm on a bit of a hiatus, so you don't really see me streaming on Twitch anymore. I guess I don't have to use my accent anymore. Whoops. But yeah, I was portraying Darby, and you know what? If you're a creep, watch out. She will get you. She uses she, her pronouns too, by the way, so watch out. Anyway, that's it. Hand off. Ta-da! Austin.
What's up? My name is Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. What's up? My name is Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. I just got done playing Kairos, whose pronouns are she, they. I always forget the character name right at the end. I don't know what it is. You can find me, Austin, anywhere when it's on the internet. At Sailor's Constance, at Sailor SCT Austin. Kairos was decidedly not the number one, and I won't pretend she is.
Okay, cool. We will see y'all next week for Feast of Famine, episode 4. Bye-bye.